The year is 1968. The attack submarine USS Scorpion is deployed to the Atlantic, but its ghost persists in the archives. This is Project SIREN. While the public narrative of the Scorpion's loss is a catastrophic failure, the Office of Naval Intelligence, ONI, opened a parallel, highly classified file. ONI-SR-47, Acoustic Biological. This file details a series of anomalous, non-human acoustic signatures recorded weeks before the submarine's demise. We're not talking about whales or dolphins. We're discussing acoustic proof of Homo Piscis, a biological intelligence thriving in the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean. The Mariana Trench is the perfect environment for hidden evolution. The pressure at its base, Challenger Deep, exceeds 16,000 pounds per square inch. We examine ONI-TR90 pressure file, which confirms that the recorded vocalizations originate from the depths between 25,000 and 36,000 feet. The implication: this creature possesses biological and physiological structures capable of surviving pressures that instantaneously crush any known terrestrial organism. We discuss the required protein folding and tissue density necessary to achieve this feat, structures that are radically different from anything currently cataloged by human biology. ONI-SR-47 was meticulously designed to eliminate all known marine acoustics. The protocol filtered out the calls of sperm whales, deep-sea shrimp, and geological activity. What remained was the signal G17, a pattern of complex, repetitive vocalizations that exhibited three key characteristics. 1. Syntactic structure. The syntactic structure. The vocalizations contained repeated phrase lengths and patterns consistent with structured language, not instinctual calls. 2. Frequency variance. The species utilized a wide spectrum of sound, ranging from infrasound for communication across vast distances to ultrasonic burst for echolocation and imaging. 3. Emotional context. Analysis of the audio detailed in the file demonstrated variance in pitch and tempo that linguists suggested aligned with human emotional indicators, aggression, warning, and social communication. ONI-SR-47 Section B Acoustic Analysis says, and I quote, "Signal G17 cannot be classified as biological noise. The pattern of repetition and context-dependent variations suggest intentional communication and a rudimentary, if not complex, linguistic framework. Further analysis is required to determine the species' technological capabilities." End quote. Why Homo Piscis? The nomenclature internal to the ONI implies a theoretical evolutionary link to hominids. The classification came from analyzing the frequency band of the vocalizations, which sits closer to the human range of 300 to 3,000 hertz than typical marine megafauna. The theory suggests a branch of early hominids adapted not to the land but to the deep ocean trenches, exploiting geological events for energy. We discuss the potential for energy sourcing and massive lens-like eyes inferred from deep-sea vision studies necessary for abysmal survival. The technological signature is chilling. ONI-SR-47 documented specific targeted echolocation pulses that were mathematically too precise for simple biological sensing. These pulses, known as the, quote, delta signals, were not merely looking for food, they were mapping the environment with surgical accuracy. NGA analysts brought in for the geospatial expertise determined the delta signals were creating a three-dimensional high-resolution map of the sea's floor's geological and man-made features. They were effectively seeing the environment in high-definition 3D sound. A quote from NGA TRO2 Sonar Forensics. The return signature of the delta pulse is not consistent with diffuse biological reflection. It is sharp, focused, and suggests the emitter utilizes advanced acoustic modulation to create a coherent, spatially accurate map of the environment, including the ability to identify submerged non-natural structures. End quote. In 1987, a research vessel, the USNS Explorers, disguised as a deep-sea mining operation, intentionally provoked a response near the trench. ONI-SR-47 logs detail the terrifying results. When the vessel activated its low-frequency mapping sonar, the G17 vocalizations intensified dramatically, morphing into rhythmic, aggressive patterns. A physical object tracked by 3 separate hydrophone arrays approached the vessel at a speed calculated to be over 150 knots, impossible for any known deep-sea vehicle or animal. The object stopped at the threshold of the known human tolerable pressure zone. The acoustic logs recorded what sounded like a clear, organized warning. The incident was immediately flagged as Tango 03, defensive stance confirmed. Why are we safe? Because of the abysmal threshold. ONI SR-47 concluded that Homo Piscis is physically incapable of surviving the lower pressures and higher temperatures of the upper ocean layers. They are physiologically locked into the trench environment by the very pressure that protects them. This leads to the HD protocol, hydrostatic defense. The ONI directive is to maintain the illusion of biological impossibility and technological limitation, ensuring no human or vessel intentionally breaches the 20,000 feet operational ceiling. The biggest danger is not their malice, but our scientific curiosity leading to a confrontation they are likely technologically equipped to win, using acoustic energy as weapon. We return to the Scorpion. Analysis within ONI SR-47 suggests the submarine may have stumbled upon a major Homo Piscis installation point near the Azores. The final acoustic records show a massive, directed low-frequency pulse seconds before the implosion. Was the loss of the Scorpion an intentional defensive action? The file concludes the possibility is high-level plausible, suggesting the unknown intelligence recognized the nuclear threat of the vessel. The Navy has since implemented strict acoustic signature masking for all vessels operating in the deep ocean basins. The existence of Homo Piscis challenges fundamental tenets of biological evolution and human dominance. The final directive in ONI SR-47 is the silence directive. Any acoustic or physical evidence recovered must be immediately classified under national security protocols. The risk is global panic and destabilization of oceanic claims. The ONI has effectively become the planetary security force for the deep. The deep sea holds secrets we are not meant to find, and a competitor we are not ready to face. I'll see you in the archives. Your support is the fuel that powers this archive, so hit that button. What if the control you fear isn't through technology, but directly through the mind? Next time we open a legitimate declassified CIA file, CIA RDP 840082 4R0003000900022-7. This document, titled Possibilities of Control of Bioelectrical Signal, details research into non-conventional means of influencing human behavior and physiology at a distance. We analyze the theoretical and experimental groundwork laid by intelligence agencies concerning the use of low-frequency electromagnetic fields to alter cognitive functions. This is Project Remote View, and it redefines the concept of remote control. I'll see you in the archives.